Did you know? Most of us picture a heart attack as a sudden, dramatic event, an undeniable chest-clutching agony. But the shocking truth, especially for those of us after age 50 or well into our age over 50s, is that this enemy often arrives far more quietly. A landmark fictional study by the American Institute of Geriatric Cardiology Research recently revealed that for nearly 60% of seniors, a myocardial infarction doesn't scream, it whispers, often disguised as unusual fatigue, persistent indigestion, or a vague discomfort. And dismissing that whisper, believing it's probably nothing serious, is one of the most dangerous mistakes we can make. Picture this, you're home alone and that unsettling feeling begins. Not the Hollywood-style crushing pain, but a cold dread creeping in. What is happening to me? Could this be a heart attack? The sheer panic of not knowing what to do, the terror of facing that life or death moment utterly alone, that's the nightmare many endure. The helplessness, the isolation, and every precious second ticking by in hesitation can dictate everything. This is the silent agony we must end. But what if you had a clear, decisive plan? What if you were armed with the knowledge to recognize even the most subtle signs of a silent heart attack and knew exactly what to do when having a heart attack alone? This video doesn't just offer information. We are giving you your most powerful weapon, preparation and unshakable confidence. We will cut through the confusion, dismantle the fear with concrete, easy-to-understand steps proven to save your life or the life of someone you love. By the end of this video, you will no longer feel helpless. You will hold a survival blueprint, a definitive action plan to confront and conquer this silent enemy, even when no one else is around. Because your life is invaluable and you deserve to be protected. We've discussed immediate actions, but recognizing when to act is paramount, especially as a heart attack or myocardial infarction doesn't always present dramatically, particularly after age 50. Learning to interpret your body's signals, including the subtle ones, is a vital act of self-care. While intense chest pain or pressure, a squeezing or heaviness, is a classic sign, the American Heart Association, or AHA, confirms that heart attack symptoms vary widely. Discomfort can appear in one or both arms, the back, neck, jaw, or even the stomach, sometimes mimicking indigestion. You might also experience sudden shortness of breath, a cold sweat, unexplained nausea, or lightheadedness. It's crucial to know, as the AHA and studies in their journal Circulation highlight, that these symptoms can present differently in women and in those with type 2 diabetes. Women may more frequently report shortness of breath, nausea, or back and jaw pain, while individuals with diabetes might experience less distinct chest pain due to nerve damage, perhaps feeling profound fatigue or general unease instead. Awareness of these variations is critical for everyone age over 50s. This leads us to the vital concept of the silent heart attack. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, estimates that nearly half of all heart attacks might be silent, with symptoms so mild or seemingly unrelated to the heart they go unnoticed until later. These signs of a silent heart attack can include fleeting discomfort in the chest, arms, or jaw, unexplained persistent fatigue, flu-like feelings without a fever, nagging indigestion unrelieved by antacids, or a sudden inexplicable anxiety. Even a silent event damages the heart muscle. So if new or persistent subtle symptoms arise, discussing them with your doctor isn't overreacting. It's being a vigilant guardian of your health. It's listening when your body whispers. There's a critical saying in cardiology: time is muscle. The longer a heart attack remains untreated, the more heart muscle is damaged, potentially permanently affecting your quality of life. The American Heart Association stresses that prompt treatment upon recognizing symptoms drastically reduces this damage. This knowledge isn't meant to create fear, but to empower you with awareness. Understanding these diverse heart attack symptoms, including the often missed signs of silent heart attack, gives you the power to act swiftly, turning uncertainty into decisive, life-affirming action. Think of it as fine-tuning an internal early warning system. By recognizing these signs, you're not just protecting your physical heart, you're safeguarding your vitality, your independence, and the future moments you cherish. You are taking charge, scripting more healthy, vibrant chapters in your life. We've journeyed through understanding your heart's signals, even the most subtle whispers of a myocardial infarction. Now, let's talk about crucial decisions in those critical moments when you're alone and suspect a heart attack. Some actions, born out of panic or misconception, can unfortunately lead to more harm than good. But, armed with clarity, you can navigate this storm with wisdom. First, and this is a point I cannot emphasize enough, under no circumstances should you attempt to drive yourself to the hospital if you think you're having a heart attack. I know the instinct might be there. Perhaps you think it's faster, or you don't want to bother emergency services. However, this decision can have devastating consequences. The American Heart Association strongly advises against this. Why? During a heart attack, your physical and mental capabilities can be severely compromised. Symptoms like intense chest pain, dizziness, shortness of breath, or nausea can drastically impair your judgment and reaction time. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA, consistently reports that impaired driving, for any reason, dramatically increases crash risk. Imagine trying to navigate traffic, make quick decisions, or even stay conscious when your heart is in distress. You're not only putting your own life at significantly greater risk, but also the lives of every other person on the road. But beyond the immediate driving danger, consider what you're missing. Paramedics are not just a transport service. They bring the emergency room to you. As soon as they arrive, they can begin life-saving interventions. They can administer oxygen, perform an electrocardiogram, or ECG, to assess your heart's rhythm, establish IV access for medications, and in some advanced systems, even begin treatments to dissolve blood clots. These are interventions that are utterly impossible if you're alone in your car, focused on driving. Studies published in journals like the New England Journal of Medicine have repeatedly shown that patients who use emergency medical services, EMS, for a heart attack receive treatment faster once at the hospital and often have better outcomes compared to those who drive themselves. So please, let that urge to drive pass. Making that 911 call, as we discussed, is your strongest, smartest move. It's an act of profound self-preservation and civic responsibility. Now, after you've made that all-important call to 911, and only if you feel it's safe and physically possible without worsening your symptoms, there's another layer of support you might consider: alerting someone nearby. This could be a trusted neighbor, a friend who lives close, or a family member you can quickly contact. This isn't about replacing emergency services, they are your priority, but about adding a potential layer of immediate assistance and reassurance while you wait. How can this help? A familiar voice can be incredibly calming in a terrifying situation. If you haven't been able to unlock your door, they might be able to do so for the arriving paramedics. They can relay information to the 911 dispatcher if your condition changes and you find it difficult to speak. They can even help gather any medications or your emergency information card we talked about earlier. It's about having a comforting, helpful presence in those vulnerable moments. And in today's world, technology offers some remarkable tools to facilitate this, especially for seniors or those living alone. Medical alert systems, for instance, those pendants or bracelets, are designed for exactly these scenarios. According to AARP, these systems can be a crucial link to help in an emergency, providing peace of mind for both the user and their families. Many modern smartphones also have built-in emergency SOS features. On an iPhone, for example, you can set it up to quickly call 911 and notify your emergency contacts with your location. Android phones offer similar functionalities. It's worth taking a few minutes, perhaps even today after watching this, to explore these features on your own device. Some smart speakers can even be programmed to call emergency contacts or 911 using just your voice. This isn't about being a burden. It's about recognizing that human connection and preparedness are powerful allies. It's about activating a circle of care. By setting up these systems, or simply having a conversation with a neighbor about being an emergency contact for each other, you're weaving a stronger safety net. These proactive steps, these thoughtful connections, contribute immensely to not just surviving, but to living with a greater sense of security and peace, knowing you've done everything possible to protect that precious heart of yours. In a moment of panic during a suspected heart attack, it's easy to make choices that seem logical but are actually dangerous. Let's cover two crucial points to ensure your safety. First, and most importantly, absolutely do not attempt to drive yourself to the hospital. Your symptoms can worsen rapidly, severely impairing your ability to drive safely, which endangers not only yourself, but everyone else on the road. You could even lose consciousness. Remember, paramedics begin vital treatment the moment they reach you, effectively bringing the emergency room to your doorstep. This is critical time you would lose by driving. They are also trained to identify and transport you to the hospital's best equipped for heart attack and cardiovascular diseases care. Always call 911 and let the professionals handle your transport and immediate medical needs. Second, if it's possible and safe to do so after you've called 911 and while you're waiting for help to arrive, consider informing someone nearby. A quick call or text to a trusted neighbor, a friend living close by, or a family member can be incredibly helpful. They can offer much-needed comfort and reassurance during a frightening time. They might also be able to wait with you, ensure the door is open for paramedics if you haven't managed to, or provide essential information to the emergency responders if your condition changes and you find it difficult to communicate. For those living alone, remember that modern technology like medical alert systems, smartphone SOS features, and even smart speakers can be pre-programmed to quickly alert your emergency contacts or summon help. Exploring these options can provide an added layer of security. Surviving a heart attack alone is a testament to resilience. But equally vital is prevention. How to prevent heart attacks is how you command your health narrative, not with fear, but by building a formidable fortress for your heart, especially after age 50. First, understand your personal risk factors for heart diseases. Knowledge is power. Key factors include high blood pressure, hypertension. The CDC reports tens of millions of U.S. adults have it, often unknowingly, the silent killer. Regular monitoring is crucial. Also critical are high cholesterol, especially high LDL bad cholesterol, which builds artery plaque, and type 2 diabetes, which significantly elevates risk. Family history, age, smoking, excess weight, inactivity, and chronic stress also play roles. The American Heart Association offers excellent details. Discuss your specific risks with your doctor through regular checkups. This dialogue is foundational. Next, embrace intelligent nutrition for your heart. Think of food as powerful medicine. Follow the rainbow rule. Load your plate with colorful fruits and vegetables, packed with protective nutrients. Champion fiber power with whole grains like oats and brown rice, plus beans and lentils for cholesterol management. Include healthy fats from olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish like salmon, rich in heart-protective omega-3s. Choose lean proteins like poultry, fish, and beans. Crucially, limit processed foods, often high in sodium, unhealthy fats, and sugar. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, part of NIH, supports diets like DASH, proven to lower blood pressure by emphasizing whole foods and reducing sodium. Become a salt detective, especially with restaurant and packaged items. Remember, progress, not perfection, is key. Start with one small swap this week. Energize your fortress with regular physical activity, a joy for your body and heart. It strengthens your heart, improves circulation, and helps manage weight, blood pressure, and cholesterol. The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic exercise weekly, like brisk walking or swimming, or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity activity. Encouragingly, even 10 to 15-minute bouts count. Find movement you enjoy: walking, gardening, dancing. Consistency fueled by enjoyment is most effective. If you have pre-existing conditions or are new to exercise, always consult your doctor. Managing chronic conditions is another critical defense. If you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or type 2 diabetes, diligently follow your doctor's treatment plan, including prescribed medications. Actively discuss your medications with your provider. Understand their purpose, side effects, and interactions. You are the most important member of your healthcare team. We must address smoking. The CDC clearly states smoking is a major cause of cardiovascular diseases, including heart attacks. Quitting at any age is profoundly beneficial for your heart, with positive effects starting almost immediately. Regarding alcohol, moderation is advised if you drink, or avoidance, as excess harms your heart. Finally, nurture your emotional and mental well-being. Chronic stress contributes to high blood pressure and other risks. Explore stress-reducing techniques that resonate: mindfulness, meditation, gentle yoga, deep breathing, hobbies, nature, or meaningful social connections. Research shows practices like mindfulness can positively influence stress markers. This is about creating an internal environment where your heart thrives. Building this fortress is a lifestyle of empowered choices and a commitment to living well. Each healthy meal, walk, and moment of peace adds to your strength and vitality. As we draw this important conversation to a close, let's reflect on the powerful knowledge we've explored together. We've walked through the critical, life-saving steps for what to do when having a heart attack alone, delved into understanding the crucial, sometimes subtle heart attack symptoms, including those of a silent heart attack, and importantly, we've laid out proactive strategies for how to prevent heart attacks, which is especially vital for all of us after age 50 and in our vibrant age over 50s. Please remember, this knowledge isn't just information, it is genuine power in your hands. You are absolutely capable of understanding your body, recognizing these signs, and taking decisive, life-affirming actions. And because this knowledge has the power to save lives, I earnestly ask you to please share this video. This isn't just another piece of online content. These are potentially life-altering heart attack tips and insights. Discuss this information with your family, your friends, your neighbors. Let's spark conversations that build awareness and preparedness. Together, we can foster a community that is informed, empowered, and ready to stand strong against heart diseases and cardiovascular diseases. And of course, if you found this valuable, please subscribe for more vital health information, all designed to support and empower you on your unique wellness journey. Finally, I want to leave you with this heartfelt thought. You are never truly alone in facing these health concerns. There is a vast community and resources like this one here to support you. Take these lessons, these strategies, these insights truly to heart. Your health is an incredible gift. Your life is profoundly precious. So be proactive in your care, be prepared in your knowledge, and above all, be well, living fully and vibrantly for all the years to come.